One of our fans here has sent me a clip from Homa Bay County, and in the clip, we are seeing ODOYO OWIDI being heckled badly to a point he's being chased away from a funeral ceremony. Let's have a look at the clip before we continue. That's what I call total rejection. And I won't be wrong to conclude that that's largely the feeling among Raila Odinga supporters. They see these individuals working with William Ruto as sellouts. So it's not only in Homa Bay, but across the country, Raila supporters could have treated ODOYO OWIDI the same. And that brings us to the big question: why are Raila Odinga supporters still hostile to these William Ruto's foot soldiers in the Luo Nation, while we are being told, and we are also getting some rumors, that there is a handshake between William Ruto and Raila Odinga? Why all these hostilities towards Ruto's foot soldiers in the Luo Nation? That's the big question I want us to answer here, after which Kenyans will just understand what's going on here. If you are watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe in order not to miss our next video. Let's dig deep. Why the hostilities even after rumors of Raila Ruto ceasefire? The first reason, the alleged handshake or ceasefire between Ruto and Raila Odinga is seen by Raila Odinga supporters as fake. It's not pure, not true. These two politicians, Raila Odinga and William Ruto, are just trying to scheme against one another. And it's just interesting that their interests have converged. Raila wants to get the AU chairmanship. Ruto wants Raila Odinga to get that seat so that Raila Odinga can be out of the 2027 presidential election. So it's some kind of a forced cosmetic, kind of a handshake. It's not very pure. I think that's why Raila Odinga supporters are still not trusting Ruto's foot soldiers in the Luo Nation. They still see them as those working for their opponents. The second reason for the hostility, the Luo Nation does not trust anybody working with William Ruto as a result of what has been happening in the Luo Nation. And recently, we saw there were some skirmishes in Sondu. These leaders were silent, they were quiet. As the Luo Nation was being butchered, they were quiet. Now that there is peace, they are going to the Luo Nation to tell them how they love them and how they care for them. So they are just being seen again as individuals who are not honest. They are working with William Ruto for their own personal gains and benefits for their stomachs. I think that can also explain that hostility. When the Luo Nation needs them, they are nowhere to be seen. When there is peace, they come pretending that they love the people. The third reason for that hostility, they don't have anything to offer other than attacking and abusing Raila Odinga. In terms of development, zero. Even when they were members of parliament years back, they did completely nothing to a point they were voted out. Now they are pretending their sense that they now care about the people. They now have the formula for development. But while they were serving as members of parliament, they were delivering zero development. Their aim now is just to insult and to attack Raila Odinga. So they are being seen as individuals with nothing at all to offer. That can also explain that hostility. The fourth reason, if you look at these low leaders supporting William Ruto, they think they are low unto themselves. And if you look on how they behave, they are very arrogant and they use a lot of force. I think they believe that now they have the entire police force behind them. They can just go to any part of Luo Nation, they insult the people, and they're doing that because they know they're being protected by the government, the police, so nothing can be done to them. I believe that that's also something that is now angering the Luo Nation. This root of foot soldiers in Luo Nyanza are very arrogant, very proud, and full of force. They should humble themselves. They should not be forcing issues. You cannot go to an area and then you start forcing your beliefs and your ideals on the people. Listen to the people. If you know that you differ with them in terms of ideology, find a way of putting out your points with respect, not with force. I think that's also the reason that can explain that hostility. Above all, as I conclude, these leaders working with Ruto from Luo Nation, it's a fact Ruto has been using them to undermine Raila Odinga. They are just being used there, or rather they have been planted to undermine Raila Odinga. So to begin with that, they are seen as a people who are being used to divide the Luo community. And any community that is divided cannot stand. I strongly believe that's also another reason why the Luo Nation is very hostile to some of these leaders. They are being seen as sellouts who are being used to undermine the unity of the Luo Nation. And to be honest, ladies and gentlemen, the Luo Nation has been strong because of its unity. The moment that unity is threatened, then that strength disappears. I think that's exactly what's going on here, ladies and gentlemen. That should be a lesson to ODOYO OWIDI and other leaders being seen as rebels. They have about 3 years, maybe, to be tough-headed. That's what I can say, ladies and gentlemen. Let me stop it there. Just as I did indicate, if you are watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give this video a like. So make sure you don't miss our next analysis, where I'm working on a video. There is a letter that has been circulating since yesterday, a letter allegedly from UDA party warning its members of parliament to be very careful when having some TV debates with Edwin Sifuna. I've checked UDA party pages, online pages. They have not disowned that letter. Could the letter be a genuine one from UDA party? Let's meet in our next analysis.